Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are back with another podcast. Your boy, Keeping It Real. Keeping It Real podcast with your boy, Loogie V. How you doing? Damn, that intro is a little shaky. We got to work on that. But yo, new setup. How we digging it? How we liking it? I don't know if I was feeling the window. I don't know if I was feeling the window setup. So I changed it up a little bit. I'm going to try to get a little bit more artificial lighting. And then I guess when the sun is out, I'm going to get the sun's rays, the beautiful rays shining on me while I make these beautiful podcasts. How we doing? It's Friday. Everybody feeling good? It's Friday, baby. God bless. We are back. I'm trying to come at you every day with a podcast. I'm trying to make new videos, better videos, and just stay consistent with the podcast. Just keep talking, practice my speaking skills, pick up the podcast, get it better, get the studio better, get the equipment better, get the technology better, get the content better, get the conversation better. Just keep growing, baby. Just keep growing and learning. Today, we talking about some real ass. You know what I'm saying, yo? We're talking about that simulation theory. We are talking about that simulation theory. If you're watching right now, and especially if you're one of my friends, and you're like, Luke, the simulation theory, that's why I clicked on this podcast. What is that? I've never heard of this. Maybe I heard of this, but I don't know what it is. All right, let me dumb it down. Don't even gotta dumb it down because this is really what it is. So, think about this. The idea is we are living in a simulation right now. So everything that I'm doing right now is a simulation. It's all we were all put here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course our parents came out the moms, oh God. But of course evolution and all that stuff happened, and there's some science, but at the end of the day, we still might be living in a simulation. If you're still watching this and you're like, I don't understand, keep watching. I got you, bro. It's gonna blow your socks off. It is gonna blow your socks off. I swear to God. All right. Oh gosh, here we go. Because I remember when I first heard about it and I didn't really care, and then when I first tried to understand, all right, what is this little thing that these people are talking about? And I listened to just the basic concept. It's mind blowing. It's honestly mind blowing if you can just take your ego and everything out of the situation and just really think about what I'm about to say. Especially if you don't know what it is. If you know what it is, just stick with me. Just brainstorm with me. You know what I'm saying? So the simulation theory is basically that. Look at this MacBook. I got a laptop. I got a. This is a phone. This is an iPhone. This is an everything, bro. This is a camera, an encyclopedia. It's a recorder. It's a video recorder. It's literally everything. This is low key some God shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but this is for real. This is some crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can drive across the country, and all you need is your car and this. You know what I'm saying? This will literally take you anywhere you need. It's really crazy. You can go buy plane tickets with that thing, get it scanned, go fly across the country. I mean, you need your passport. But if you leave the country, fly across the country with just your phone. That's crazy. But besides the fact, as I'm saying, we got the decaf coffee, baby. Because I'm just feeling the call for the pod. You know what I'm saying? No, let me continue. So we have all this technology. We got all this craziness going on. All this technology we got. If you go to New York City and you just sit back and just or LA, wherever you are, and you just look at a huge building, just think about everything that it took to build that building. That's really insane. People were up that high, placing these buildings, laying this metal, screwing it all together, just climbing up there, taking this material, the material getting drove across the country, if not taken in from boats and stuff across the world. That's just insane. That's really insane to think about in general. And then nevertheless, that this is a never-ending cycle. So people are, while we're sleeping, people are up doing this stuff. It's crazy to think about. Like I said, it's chaos. It's chaos. And now with all this technology, it's becoming technological chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like all these wars are like proxy wars and all these weird like artificial, like just weird stuff, just like computer stuff. So it's really becoming a technology based society, I guess you could say, just everywhere that can afford, I guess. But the simulation theory is basically that we have all these technologies, and a few hundred years ago, even like 20 30 years ago, there was no cell phone really. Like our parents tell us like, oh, I never even had a cell phone. I had to go to a payphone. I had to do this just to call somebody. I had to call collect. Like that sucks. That's terrible. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, like the social media and phones are kind of taking away from the human interaction aspect, which is really negatively affecting our society. And that's another conversation. That's low-key a serious podcast. You know what I'm saying? Where we talk about that. Maybe have someone that is really like in depth in that field and can give us some real information, because that's a touchy subject, and that's some real, you know what, you know what I'm saying? That's some But basically, as time has gone on, technology has gotten better. And if history repeats itself, technology is eventually going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And with that being said, we're basically going to create like crazy art. Mainly, it seems like the talk is around artificial intelligence, which are basically like robots of robotic brains. And it's just like the way I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Someone that really knows what they're talking about is watching this like artificial brain. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Robotic brain? That's like the best. That's the first thing I could think of. You know what I'm saying? Some iRobot, some take over the world. So basically, we create all this technology, and like we become so strong in like the technology field, as like maybe hundreds and maybe thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. Who knows how long this takes? You know what I'm saying? Because in all reality, we went from finding this country to like having this cell phone and me recording this video in less than 1,000 years. I can say that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like less than 1,000 years. So just think about what's going to happen now with all the knowledge that everybody has, just like that at the fingertips. Like now in like what's the next 1,000 going to be like? So you can just say that, but screw 10,000, screw 100,000 years. Look at the next 1,000 years. Like that's going to be insane. Look at the next 100 years. Like in the 1800s, it was all like building railroads. When it comes to the industrial, it was like building railroads, steel, oil, all that stuff. Like all that stuff has been established. Like now what? You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. So let me continue. I don't want to get too sidetracked, because this is craziness. This is insane, baby. This is what we're talking about. This is what this podcast is all about. Is just talking about this crazy ass stuff. Just thinking. You know what I'm saying? We hear these things. We just got to think them out loud, because like it's too much. It's too much to handle. And sometimes when I figure stuff out, and like if I talk to my friend and like, dude, I never heard of that. Like, bro, you gotta hear this. This is just like mind blowing. Like, so I'm dropping gems. I'm dropping jewels, baby. How you doing? Come shopping at Trent Jewelers. We're here, baby. Look at these jewelers, bro. Get iced out. Get the bust down rolly, baby. Fill me up. All right. So basically, we're gonna get to a point where we create this crazy artificial intelligence, and we create this crazy technology that either I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. That is some artificial intelligence or simulation theory scientists, which is another thing. But I don't know if it's like it's a self-destructing thing where we kind of end up back where we were, like caveman type deal, after we figured all of the stuff out, like almost like a game. Like is it a video game where once we get to all the levels of, like, let's say, like figuring out, like, oh, we are in a simulation theory because we can prove bang 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 bang, here we are, here's the creator, boom, we're like, ah, you know what I'm saying, get rise, like, oh, you beat the game, restarting, and we're freaking cavemen, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? That would be like, or do we get to the point where this is what I think, and this is believable, yeah. I'm not trying to curse, but dude, oh my god, bro, I just want to drop bombs, yo. Oh my god. So we get to the point where we start creating the simulation, yo. Oh, so our technology and our artificial intelligence and all this stuff is going crazy, and our technology is booming so hard, and we're so smart, and we can understand all these crazy things, and we can, I guess, somewhat control time, and we can control this, and we can control that, and then we create the simulation. We restart the whole simulation. We can figure out all these different galaxies and all this stuff, and we're like, oh dude, we got it all figured out. Let's see if we can restart and see if other people can figure it out, or something like that. Like, oh, bro, just think with me right now, yo. That's crazy. That's crazy. But who knows? Who knows? Like, are aliens out there? I don't know. That would maybe take away from the simulation theory. Like, when you think about it, like, that's somewhat so plausible. Like, the fact that the technology is moving so fast. Like, we're probably going to be driving around in flying cars within, I'm not going to say, like, in, like, 10 to 20, 30 years, but maybe 50 years to 100 years. At least maybe our transportation is going to be completely different. Like, we go into a tube in our basement. Like, all right, honey, take it easy, I'm going to work. Go into a tube, and it's like a slide. And you just shoot across. Hey, Jimbo. And you're just... Or do you get teleported places? I don't know. Where's technology taking us? It's just like, this is just craziness. But yeah, it's plausible. Like, our technology is just moving and moving and moving. And then we just come to a point where, like, we have control. And, like, I don't know if anybody else has heard this, but there's, like, artificial intelligence that people have made. Like, so basically, like, robot, I'm not really sure. Like, it's not like a person robot, but it's more like someone that can really understand computers can really talk to you. 'Cause it's like software. It's like the engine and stuff. And it's like, oh, dude, I really do not. Oh, this is bad. I gotta talk to somebody. Because someone watching this is like, this kid's a moron, bro. Nah, but for real, it's like, all right, I don't know. But then I heard that there was artificial intelligence that, like, scientists or, like, all right, we're good. How we doing? Yeah, so it is, it's insane. It's just crazy to think about. And it's really, like, possible that we can get to a point where we really we don't even know what's going on. Like, we get to a point where we just recreate everything. That's crazy to think about. That's almost like, is my life meaningless? It's like, where does that stand? That is just, you gotta, like, after I drop that jewel, like, go watch someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson go talk about it, or someone that's like a physicist or something. Like, that's what you need to go talk about. But yeah, like, when and then you hear, like, these the problem when you watch these videos to, like, learn about it is, like, yeah, you hear these, like, well, first off, it's YouTube videos usually that you're watching. It's hard to get it from professors, but even if, like, even if like you get it from like someone that's telling you like, yeah, there's 10 million galaxies and galaxies are this big, they hold this, and all these different facts about space, like how do you know that? Like as much as like, oh, there's science, man, like, yeah, dude, there's science with some crazy math problems, some absurdly insane math problems that quite frankly are made up. Like, let's be real, like someone smart really might be watching this and like, oh, this is wasting my time to watch this. And I'm sorry, I don't want to sound ignorant, but like really, like there's no way you know how many light years away something like a low key, like I just don't really know if I believe that. Like it just seems like a little OD. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mean to tell me that you can look at this telescope and tell me that planet's, I think it's like 9.6 billion years old? Really? Like, billion years old? There's literally no way you can figure that out. Like, I don't care. I do not care. Like, what are you, God, bro? Like, yeah, look at that star. Yeah, it looks like a supernova that's turning into a white ghost or a white casp. About 700 million years old. What? Like who? What? How do you know that? I'm a scientist. I'm a mathematician. I'm a physicist. But I guess that's what they go to school for. I don't know. That's why I'm not a physicist. Maybe we gotta get an old scientist up in this John to sling some facts at us, sling some space facts at us. Cause I'm not biting the bait. I'm not biting the bait. Think I'm biting? I ain't. I'll just spit it out. Phew. And like, look at the pyramids. The pyramids, they said they said they were made in a certain date, right? Like, science for a while has been proven. Not quite sure. I don't feel like bringing up the facts, but I heard a few scientists talk about this, especially on some podcasts, that the Sphinx and some of the pyramids have water erosion that are dated back a few more thousand years than they first ever thought. So obviously science, like I said, technology keeps growing, science keeps getting better, and these fields of expertise are getting flooded with, I guess, more well-equipped people. And now we're just figuring out some of the things we thought and been taught are wrong. Are just wrong, plain old simply wrong. Like the Big Bang Theory, like how did nothing, like that, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we started from literally nothing, a dense ball of nothing, and then turned it to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just a dense ball of nothing, size of a pin. Like, what? Like, what is that? Size of a pin. Well, pin's pretty big pretty small on our scale, but it's pretty big compared to an ant. So, like, ants can look at things that literally are, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just such an ignorant statement. Like, yeah, I think we started from a ball of nothing. You know what? I don't think so. How about that? How about dem apples? I don't think so. I do not believe that we started from nothing. And do I think that Adam and Eve came here? Just some guy named God put Adam and Eve here, and Eve ate some apple that they were told not to eat because she's a, you know what? She's a thought. She's a freaking thought. She's an Instagram thotty. Dude, why would she eat that apple, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, yo, by the way, yo, don't eat that apple. They were like, oh, thanks, though. We won't. She's like, he won't. Like the egg. Just eats the apple and then screws over the freaking planet. That's why we're dealing with all these wildfires and these koala bears are freaking dying out there. Dude, freaking Eve's fault. It's all her fault. Freaking eating the apple and stuff. I had work today. It's annoying. It's long. Boring. Trying to take this YouTube stuff a little bit. I guess just take it serious in general. Just stay consistent. The one thing you learn from getting like older is just like consistency is key. It's like doing something every day is actually gonna make you better at it. And like when you're a young kid, like you play a sport and you just want to be as good as the best kid in the school or something like that, and it's just like, damn, like if someone were to tell me like, well, you could be better than him if you just train like literally harder than him, it's like, oh, like if someone like could really like try to teach that to you like at a young age and like really make you accept that, like, and I really respect like anyone that makes it in like a professional sport or something like that. It's like, yeah, I started out really young and I knew I had to practice to get this, and it's like, damn, like that's crazy, because that's respect, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even trying to go to practice anymore, like when it came to certain sports. Like it is what it is. Damn, we supposed to talk about simulation theory, but I kind of finished all that talk. Like I don't really even know what I'm talking about, but I had to drop the gem. I had to drop the jewel, baby. I had to drop it. I had to drop some physics on you. I had to drop some physics on your ass. You know what I'm saying? I had to drop some physics on your ass. But yeah, this is gonna take a little while to edit and upload. So let me get this done. It's your boy Lukey V, Keeping It Real podcast. Subscribe, show love. Content coming every day. Coming soon, coming more, coming better. The content getting better. So show love, appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, yo. Simulation theory is crazy, yo. I don't even